In fourth and fifth were a pair of Edison runners, Joe Gattell and Robbie Simon. Running in sixth place was Josh Selly of Fountain Valley. Fountain Valley's third man was Rahish Garmacher. Their fourth man was Eric Fergarski, and their fifth man, Casey Kubo, were all in the top 10. The Barons of Fountain Valley appeared to have the team title in hand, but there was a lot of close races going on back in the pack. Michael Chavez has been continuing what has been an excellent senior season. Mike Chavez placed first in a time of 15 minutes, 33 seconds. Michael turned around and anxiously cheered on his teammate, Stephen Mervin, who finished in second place in a time of 15 minutes and 44 seconds. Finishing in third place was Mark Dara of Fountain Valley, who placed third in a time of 15:47. Joe Gattell of Edison was fourth in a time of 16:02. Josh Selly of Fountain Valley was fifth in a time of 16:03, and Robbie Simon was sixth in a time of 16:04. The Barons of Fountain Valley would take the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th place positions in the race, sealing the team victory for the Barons. Fountain Valley was the top team of the day, with the Barons finishing a perfect 5-0 on the day. Behind the 1-2 finish of Chavez and Mervin, Esperanza was second, with an overall record of 4-1. The Edison Chargers finished third on the day, with an overall record of 3-2. It was an excellent day of competition at Central Park in Huntington Beach. Senior Mike Chavez and junior Stephen Mervin of Esperanza stole the show. October 12th, at Gwaste Regional Park in Ontario, many of the top teams from San Bernardino County and Riverside County met together at the Inland Empire Championships. At stake are bragging rights to see who is the top cross-country team in the Inland Empire. In the girls' championship race, only 8 teams towed the line, but 2 of them were nationally ranked. Sultana in Hesperia is ranked 3rd in the nation in the most recent Harrier national rankings, and Murrieta Valley is ranked 4th in the western United States. Murrieta Valley is led by junior Liza Pisciuto, one of the top runners in California. Liza placed 6th in the Foot Locker National Championships during her freshman year. The Lady Nighthawks of Murrieta Valley are currently the top Division I ranked team in the state. Behind the front running of Liza Pisciuto, the Murrieta Valley Nighthawks are also led by freshman Karen Camburn, senior Bonga Bichet, and senior Rachel Corrington. Murrieta Valley would have their work cut out for them on this day, as they had to go up against Sultana, the top-ranked team in the state of California in Division II. Sultana High School is led by junior Kelsey De La Gardelle. Also making major contributions to the Sultana team this year is freshman Danielle Varela. Sultana's tough scoring group is also rounded out by Stacy Tabuena, a junior, sophomore Shadi Duarte, and junior Kelsey Cameron. The early morning weather was excellent as the race started off with 8 teams towing the start line. Early on, the pack was fairly large, but one could tell it was going to be a dual match between Murrieta Valley and Sultana High School. Junior Liza Pisciuto set the early pace, with Kelsey De La Gardelle, Danielle Varela of Santana, and Brenda Martinez of Rancho Cucamonga sharing the early lead. At this point in the race, Sultana had 5 runners in the top 10, and Murrieta Valley had 4 runners in the top 10. Erica Mitten of Rancho Cucamonga was running 11th, with Murrieta Valley's 5, 6, and 7 runners following close behind. As the race progressed through the first mile, it was still Pisciuto of Murrieta Valley, De La Gardelle and Barea of Sultana, and Martinez of Rancho Cucamonga. Running in 5th was Stacy Tabuena of Sultana, and running in 6th was Rachel Corrington, the senior from Murrieta Valley. At this point in the race, Sultana still had 5 runners in the top 10, and Murrieta Valley had 4 in the top 10. Pisciuto continued to lead, but she couldn't seem to shake De La Gardelle and Barea of Santana. Brenda Martinez, the sophomore from Rancho Cucamonga, continued to run in 4th place. She was followed by a pack of 5, 3 Murrieta Valley runners and 2 from Sultana. Kelsey Camara of Sultana continued to run in 10th. Angela Hill of Murrieta Valley and Erica Mitten of Rancho Cucamonga were running in 11th and 12th. Followed by Elise Iverson and Christina Hill of Murrieta Valley. As the runners crossed over to the other side of the dry creek bed, Liza Pisciuto appeared to be widening her gap over the other runners. At this point in the race, Pisciuto looked very comfortable with a lead of about 5 or 6 seconds. Kelsey De La Gardelle of Sultana was still looking very good in 2nd place. Freshman Danielle Varela was still running in third place, giving Sultana a very powerful 1-2 punch. Stacy Tabuena of Sultana had caught up to Rancho Cucamonga's Brenda Martinez. The Murrieta Valley trio of Bonga Bichet, Karen Camburn, and Rachel Corrington were not far behind. Only a few steps behind them were Sultana's number 4 and 5 runner, Sade Duarte and Kelsey Camara. Murrieta Valley's number 5 runner, Angela Hill, continued to run with Erica Mitten of Rancho Cucamonga. After running around the lake for the second time and with less than half a mile to go in the race, Liza Picciuto continued to widen her lead. Kelsey De La Gardella of Sultana was still running in second place. And freshman Danielle Varela of Santana was still running in third. Liza Picciuto continued to run relaxed as she made her final right turn before the horseshoe that heads into the finish, about 600 meters to go. 10 seconds back, it was still Kelsey De La Gardella Sultana running in second place. Liza Picciuto went on to win the race in a time of 17 minutes and 31 seconds. Sultana would go on to take the next 3 spots in the race, with De La Gardella Sultana placing second in 17:48. Freshman Danielle Varela of Sultana finished third in 17:57, and Stacy Tabuena placed fourth in a time of 18:12. Next came Murrieta Valley's number 2 and 3 runners, Karen Camburn, who finished in 18:18, and Bonga Bichet, who finished in 18:20. Brenda Martinez of Rancho Cucamonga was 7th in a time of 18:23. Finishing in 8th was Sade Duarte of Sultana, 18:26. Murrieta Valley's number 4 runner, Rachel Corrington, the senior, placed 9th in a time of 18:30, and Kelsey Camara placed 10th, the junior from Sultana, in a time of 18:44. Murrieta Valley's 5th runner was junior Angela Hill, placing 11th overall in a time of 19 flat. Mitten of Rancho Cucamonga finished 12th in 1916, and Christina Hill of Murrieta Valley was 13th in 1917. Murrieta Valley's 7th runner, Elise Iverson, was 14th in a time of 1925. The girls' race looked to be more of a dual meet than a championship meet, as the scoring runners from Murrieta Valley and Sultana took 10 of the top 11 places in the race. Sultana edged Murrieta Valley by 5 points in the team score and by 32 seconds in overall team time. In a larger race such as Mount Sac, you might expect Sultana's margin of victory to have been even slightly larger, since they seem to have the edge over Murrieta Valley when it comes to the 5th and final scorer. Along with other teams such as Thousand Oaks, Canyon, Dana Hills, Ayala, Long Beach Wilson, and Esperanza, the team competition in California looks to be some of the strongest we have seen in recent history. All in all, it was a tremendous race between 2 of the top girls cross-country programs in the entire nation. At the Inland Empire Challenge at Guasti-Cucamonga Regional Park in Ontario, 15 boys teams were on the starting line, including many of the top teams from around the southern section. Rubidoux is led by coach Sam Gee. For the last several years, Rubidoux has been one of the top teams in the southern section. Currently, they are ranked 4th in Division II. Earlier this season, Rubidoux traveled to North Carolina where they competed in the Great American Championship race. In the boys' race of champions, they placed 19th. Eric Maldonado of Don Lugo High School is the defending state champion in Division I. Earlier this season, Eric missed a few days of running due to a slight injury, but he looks to be back in top form again. The team from Don Lugo this year is a lot more than just Eric Maldonado. Don Lugo is a much improved team this year behind the running of senior Alex Benavidez and junior Nathan Wolak. Currently, Don Lugo is ranked 8th in the Southern Section Division I. Canyon Springs, who just missed qualifying for the state meet last year, usually fields a very strong team. Led by sophomore Brett Campfield and senior Steve Brankoff, Temecula Valley is another tough team that comes out of the Inland Empire. Temecula Valley is currently ranked 10th in the Southern Section Division I. Murrieta Valley has been extra hot this year, running near the top of every invitational they've entered. Murrieta Valley is led by seniors Kellen Acosta and Ian Ritchie and junior Anthony Mercado. Murrieta Valley is currently ranked 5th in Division I. No official championship was on the line at this growing meet, but several great teams lined up for some great competitions on this day. The pack was large early on in the first mile of the race. Leading the pack was Kellen Acosta of Murrieta Valley and a trio of Don Lugo runners.
Yeah, Josh, send us back. You do this. Get on Mark, come on, guys, get up there.
Still in the first mile, it was Kellen Acosta of Murrieta Valley, Eric Maldonado of Don Lugo, Alex Benavides of Don Lugo, and Antonio Jimenez of Rubido. Maldonado and Acosta were still running 1-2, Benavides was running in third, and Joey Pacheco of Canyon Springs was running in fourth. At this point in the race, Don Lugo had their third runner ahead of Murrieta Valley's second runner and ahead of Rubido's second runner. A runner who was not in the front pack in the first mile and still was only running in 20th place was Matt Kern of La Sierra, who started to move up. On the other side of the Dry Creek bed, the same group of four continued to run in front: Maldonado, Acosta, Benavides, and Pacheco. Jimenez of Rubido was running in fifth. Richie and Mercado of Murrieta Valley were running in sixth and seventh. Rubido's number 2 man, Victor Ortiz, was running in 15th, and Matt Kern of La Sierra was running in 16th. With less than a half a mile to go, Maldonado started to pull away from Kellen Acosta. Benavides of Don Lugo and Pacheco of Canyon Springs were still battling out for third place. Moving all the way up from 16th to 5th place over the last mile was Matt Kern of La Sierra. With about 600 meters to go, Maldonado appeared to accelerate as he went in towards the last part of the race. Acosta of Murrieta Valley was running well, but he just couldn't stay with Maldonado. Benavides and Pacheco looked like they were going to battle it out for third place. Making the final turn to the finish, it was still Eric Maldonado. Maldonado would go on to win the race in a time of 15 minutes and 3 seconds. Finishing in second was Kellen Acosta of Murrieta Valley in 15:09, just barely holding off a late charge by Joey Pacheco, who was also timed in 15:09. Benavides of Don Lugo placed fourth in 15:14. Matt Kern of La Sierra ran an incredible race, finishing fifth in 15:17. Richie of Murrieta Valley was sixth in 15:21. Campfield of Temecula Valley was seventh in 15:24. Josh Selly and Anthony Mercado finished in 8th and 9th. Andrew Trinidad of Rancho Cucamonga finished 10th in 15:30. Murrieta Valley would go on to win the team title by 28 points, scoring 77 points overall and an overall team time of 77:56. The Nighthawks had a number 1 to number 5 man gap of 58 seconds on the day. Don Lugo placed second with 105 points and a team time of 78:25. Temecula Valley and La Sierra tied for third place, both with 127 points. The advantage went to Temecula based on a higher 6th place runner. Senior Matt Kern of La Sierra ran an excellent race, moving up much in the later stages of the race. Rubido, one of the top-ranked teams in the state, finished a disappointing 5th place with 139 points and an overall team time of 79:33, despite having only a 43-second gap between their number 1 and number 5 runner.
Waiting for the month of calm at night. send us a sweet.
This is the second year in a row for Esperanza. They were the 2001 champions, and now this year's 2002 champions. Give them a hand. We thank you for attending today's event. Hope everybody had a good time. Please.
On October 19th at Irvine Regional Park in Orange County, all the teams in Orange County gathered together for the 36th Annual Orange County Championship. The top boys and girls teams who compete for these trophies, named in honor of the late David Osterman of the Orange County Register and Coach Whitaker, the former coach of Foothill High School. The hottest runner in the county by far this season has been Michael Haddon from Woodbridge High School. Michael has been victorious at the Laguna Hills Invitational, the Dane Hills Invitational, and the Woodbridge Invitational this fall. The meet management of the Orange County Championships decided to let Michael Haddon run as an individual in the sweepstakes race. The top-ranked team in Orange County this season has been Dane Hills High School. Dane Hills is led by senior Tyler Kastorf. One of the main reasons why Dana Hills is looking to be very strong this fall has been the improvement of senior Brandon Babaraki. However, the true success at Dana Hills lies in their unbelievable depth all the way back through their 5th, 6th, and 7th runners. Juan Robles from Valencia won the sweepstakes race last year. David Napper of Cypress High School has been running very well this fall, and he appears to be one of the few runners who has a chance at challenging Michael Haddon up front. The Catella Knights are another top team in Orange County. However, they have kept a very low profile so far this fall. Catella is led by junior Juan Escalante. The El Toro Chargers were the team champions in 2001. They are led this year by senior Matt Sapola. Another threat to challenge for the individual title up front is senior Michael Chavez from Esperanza High School. The Panthers from Orange High School are led by the father-son coaching combo of Don and Dave Burnett. Led by seniors Francisco Guerra and juniors Raul Lara, the Orange Panthers are a legitimate threat to win the Orange County team title. A total of 15 teams and 1 individual towed the line for the Orange County Championship sweepstakes race. With several top individuals in the sweepstakes race, many people expected a very fast first mile. In the first 600 meters of the race, Michael Haddon of Woodbridge High School had gone to the lead. He was joined by Nick Brockhausen and Josh Selly of Fountain Valley, along with Humberto Rojas of Estancia and Juan Robles of Valencia. Chavez of Esperanza and Napper of Cypress were close behind. After they headed down the dirt hill, Michael Haddon was all alone in the lead. He would go by the 1 mile mark in 4 minutes and 52 seconds. David Napper of Cypress was running in second, with Humberto Rojas of Estancia in third, Robles in fourth, Selly and Chavez running side by side in fifth, and Tyler Castroff of Dana Hills running in seventh. Along the straight bike path about halfway through the race, Michael Haddon of Woodbridge was running comfortably in the lead. David Napper of Cypress was running in second place. Robles of Valencia was running in third, Rojas of Estancia still running in fourth, with Chavez moving up into fifth place. Running in sixth place was Juan Escalante of Catella, followed closely by Tyler Castorf of Dana Hills in seventh. Dana Hills number 2 runner Brandon Babaraki was also close behind in 8th place, with Matt Sapola and Josh Selly of Fountain Valley. The top sophomore at this point in the race was Joe Gattel of Edison, followed closely by Fountain Valley's number 2 runner. Dana Hills number 3 runner Scott Smith was running right with Catella's number 3 runner Victor Fierro. And running right with them were the 1, 2, 3 runners of Orange High School. At this point, it looks like Dana Hills had a slight edge with their 4, 5, 6, and 7 runners all running very close together. After the 2 mile mark, Michael Haddon opened up his lead even larger. Napper from Cypress continued to run well in second with about a 5-meter lead over Juan Robles of Valencia. About 15 or 20 meters behind that was Michael Chavez of Esperanza. At this point, still running in 5th place was Humberto Rojas of Estancia High School, followed by Juan Escalante of Catella, and a trio of Brandon Babaraki of Dana Hills, Tyler Castorf of Dana Hills, and Matt Sapola of El Toro High School. As the team battle continued to shape up behind, Robert Nieblas, Orange's number 1 runner, continued to run with Catella's number 2 and Dana Hills number 3 runner, Scott Smith. With about a half mile to go, Michael Haddon continued to run well in his quest to capture his 2nd Orange County individual title. Napper from Cypress was running well in second, and Juan Robles of Valencia was still in striking distance of Napper. Still running in 4th was Michael Chavez of Esperanza. Running in 5th was Juan Escalante of Catella High School. Battling it out for the number 6 position was Brandon Babaraki of Dana Hills and Matt Sapola of El Toro. As the clock just broke through the 14.5-minute barrier, Michael Haddon could be seen from the finish line. Haddon would go on to win his 2nd individual Orange County title, finishing 1st place in a time of 14:37. David Napper of Cypress was 2nd in a time of 14:50. Juan Robles of Valencia was 3rd in a time of 14:58. Finishing in 4th was Michael Chavez of Esperanza in a time of 15:03. Juan Escalante of Catella was 6th in a time of 15:11, and Brandon Babaraki of Dana Hills was 7th in a time of 15:13. Sapola of El Toro was 7th in 15 minutes and 16 seconds. Dana Hills finished with an excellent 1-2 punch with Tyler Castor finishing in 8th place in a time of 15:23. Finishing in 9th was Rojas of Estancia in 15:32, and in 10th was Brandon Bethke, the sophomore from El Toro, at a time of 15:34. As the runners continued to finish, it wasn't clearly evident who would win the team title. Dana Hills appeared to have a slight advantage over Catella and Orange. When the scores finally were tabulated, the Dana Hills Dolphins were victorious, scoring 76 points. Their team time was 78 minutes and 13 seconds. Finishing in second was Catella with 110 points, narrowly beating Orange High School by 1 point, who finished with 111 points. Individual champion Michael Haddon has shown that he can run with anybody in the state at this point in the season. The team title was especially sweet for Coach Tim Butler of Dana Hills High School. This was Coach Tim Butler's first Orange County title in his 30 years of coaching at Dana Hills High School. On Saturday, October 26th, at the Mount Sac Invitational, the largest invitational in the nation, many of the top teams from the state of California gathered together for some competition on the famous Mount Sac course. Combining Division I and Division II into one race, the team sweepstakes race may turn out to be even a tougher race than the state meet in November. The top-ranked team in the team sweepstakes was Sultana in Hesperia. Sultana is currently ranked 3rd in the Harrier National ranking. Murrieta Valley, who is led by junior Liza Basciuto, is currently ranked 12th in the nation. Other teams in this race that have received Harrier National or Regional rankings this season are Canyon Country, San Pasqual, and Dana Hills High School. Noticeably absent from this team sweepstakes race is Thousand Oaks. Thousand Oaks is currently ranked 23rd in the Harrier National rankings. Thousand Oaks opted to pass up the competition in the team sweepstakes race and instead in the first mile of the race, barely out of the very strong field. Foot Locker finalist in her freshman year. Early on in the race was senior Bethany Nicholas from Fountain Valley High School. Just behind Bethany Nicholas, the pack of runners in the team sweepstakes race was quite large during this first half mile. Going through the Valley Loop for the second time in the first mile of the course, Liza Basciuto continued to lead, and the amazing 1-2 punch of Kelsey De La Gardelle and Daniel Varela of Sultana were running in second and third. As the runners approached the first mile, Liza Basciuto continued to run with a lead over Varela and De La Gardelle of Sultana, along with Camburn of Murrieta Valley. Nicholas of Fountain Valley, Schuster of Torrey Pines, and Rethmeyer of San Pasqual also were in the lead group. Sultana appeared to have the edge in the team race in the first mile with 4 runners in the top 17. Murrieta Valley had 3 runners running in the top 11. The first runner to crest Poop Out Hill was Liza Basciuto. At this point in the race, Liza had a 12-second lead on junior Claire Rethmeyer from San Pasqual. Rethmeyer from San Pasqual was the second person to crest the hill, followed by Bethany Nicholas of Fountain Valley, followed by Kim Handel of Montgomery, and then Kelsey De La Gardelle and Danielle Varela of Sultana. Running in 7th was junior Shelby Leland from Ukiah High School. She was followed by Lauren Scott of San Pasqual and Kim Conley of Montgomery. Running in 10th was Karen Camburn of Murrieta Valley, followed by Bina Gold of Wilson and Danny Schuster of Torrey Pines High School. Murrieta Valley had 3 runners in the top 13, and Sultana had 4 runners in the top 18. Canyon Country's first runner, Brenda Stevens, was running along San Pasqual's number 3 runner, Brooke Kirby. Dana Hill's first runner was junior Sean Yord. Sultana had 5 runners in the top 28. Canyon Country had 5 runners in the top 36. As the girls came down Reservoir Hill, junior Liza Picciuto continued to lead over Claire Rethmeyer of San Pasqual. In the final 500 meters to the finish, Claire Rethmeyer would overtake Liza Picciuto. She would go on to win the race in a time of 17 minutes and 36 seconds. Picciuto finished second in a time of 17:38. Sultana took the third and fourth place positions with Kelsey De La Gardelle finishing in 17:49 and Danielle Varela finishing fourth in 17:52. Bethany Nicholas of Fountain Valley was fifth in 17:55. Lauren Scott of San Pasqual was sixth in 18 flat. Shelby Leland of Ukiah finished seventh in 18:09. And Kim Handel of Montgomery finished eighth in 18:13. Running in ninth place was Danny Schuster from Torrey Pines High School. Schuster finished in a time of 18:15.
Come on, Megan.
Coming off Reservoir Hill, Murrieta Valley's number 2 and 3 runners were running just ahead of Sultana's 3 and 4 runners. The girls from Sultana would go on to win the team sweepstakes race with 62 points and a team time of 91:21. Depending on the conversion factor used, Sultana's team time of 91:21 was very close to equaling University in Irvine's team record set in the early 1980s. Murrieta Valley ran an excellent race but finished second with 93 points and a team time of 92:27. Finishing in third place with 145 points was Canyon Country with a team time of 94:36. October 26th, the Mount Sac Invitational boys team sweepstakes race featured 9 of the top 10s in the Southern Section Division 1. Ranked second in the Southern Section Division 1 going into the meet was Dana Hills. Dana Hills is led by senior Tyler Kastorf and senior Brandon Babarak. Loyola, ranked third in the Southern Section Division 1 going into this meet, is led by sophomore Mark Matusak. Perennial powerhouse Long Beach Poly is currently the top-ranked team in the Southern Section. The Jackrabbits are led by Ulysses Pina and feature one of the strongest packs in the entire state.